Welcome back everyone, it's Nick here in the chair. We're on the ZX Spectrum and we're going to be having another look at a shooter of sorts. It's Chopper X-1, published by R&R Software back in 1983. A very similar game, if not identical one, come out called Spinard, so I don't know what the story is there. But you control this helicopter, you have certain missiles and a few smart bombs, and you must destroy as much of the enemy as possible as you defend the terrain from the invading aliens. So Helicopter 1, here I am. Oops, it doesn't move very well. You can only go up and down. You can't go left and right. So there's a bomb there. By doing left, you've got a smart bomb. But we've only got a few of those. So you have to be a bit limited. And I've destroyed another one. Yeah, so that's all there is to it. Very, very flickery. But remember, this is 1983. Now, it's scrolling very, very slowly along the bottom. That's not too bad. It's a little bit hectic, and I don't think there's going to be too much to this game. Oops, and it's collided into me. Right, Helicopter 2. I do have a poke for this game if I don't get very far. You could say it's aged horribly. It doesn't animate at all well, but it's of an era. I think I would have settled with it as a kid, played it every now and again. But there's a lot better games, and I think I would have ended up frustrated. Right, this is the third helicopter left. So if you're into helicopter games, this is one for you. Maybe, or maybe it isn't. Game over. So there's only 3 enemies: the Spirad, the Spores, and the Fush thing. And then just get as far as you can. The Fuser, shall we say. So magenta helicopters away. I don't know why we couldn't ascend in a superjet. I've crashed into the scenery already, and I'm doomed. Now, I don't think the scenery changes at all, and there's no set levels. It's just as long as you can possibly survive or actually bear the game as an asteroid hits the propellers. Right, we will put a cheat on, see if it does change, but I don't think it does. Now, I won't lie to you. I thought this game, because the early 80s is one of my favourite eras of gaming, I thought this game was going to be quite nice. But already it's frustrating and I'm a little bit bored. Maybe I'm being a bit cruel on it, but yeah, I'm getting to the point now where I might start pulling my hair out and even my own nose off. Let's see how long we can survive here. We're not immune, we've got infinite lives, we've only got a set amount of bombs. These spinard things, or spinyards, look a bit like clothes pegs. Very unusual looking aliens, but just move up and down. I don't think there'll be much longevity of this game, to be fair. Better games were available. Penetrator, I did quite like that one, although that was pretty tricky. Meteor Storm and the variants, that was good as well. You seem like I have got the cheat on now. We've got Helicopter 4, it says. Now it says Helicopter 5, and it will just keep going up and 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 up. It'll be interesting to see the programming of this. It does play a little bit like a type-in game. Yeah, so attack and destroy the invading aliens, use your limited missiles and the different waves. But the waves go on to ever as we get on to Helicopter 7. Man, how long have I been playing this? It feels like ages, but I think it's only just a few minutes. Now, if you had this one back in the day, let me know. I'm not sure what other systems it come out on. R&R Software in 1983. I expect all their games are a bit similar to this. I'll have to research it a little bit more. But the aliens are going to defeat you, and that's it. Well, it's not used to people getting this far. It's going through the graphics, I think, now. Helicopter something or other. It's just helicopter, whatever that is. Good. Could scroll a little bit quicker. I mean, what would make it better if the helicopter could go left and right? I can't think any reason why they didn't have that. But your movement is very, very limited. Yeah, I'm extremely bored, to be fair. I don't know what happens if the aliens destroy the whole of the landscape. I mean, that is programmed quite well, that bit, graphically. The way they bomb it there. The asteroids don't seem to have any effect on the surface at all. It's just the fusers sometimes go through. Right, I'm doing quite well here now. Oh, no. And then an asteroid falls. Helicopter copyright sign. This game's terrible. Well, 1983. If it was 1993, maybe I could rip into it a little bit more. But games were just getting going then. Yeah, I suppose a kid might have stuck with this for a little while. If you was into helicopters, in your Airwolf and your Blue Thunder and stuff. I know there are some helicopter chopper fans out there, so this one's for you. But apologies, I thought it was going to be a lot better than this. You can say, if you're going to research gaming, I suppose from an early stage, you could say this is an early game, so you could put this down as an example. If you're a programmer, you was just starting out back in the day, there are a few things to be learned from this, but not a great deal of things. And then it's pretty much game over, really. Yes. Oops, the fuse has just taken out a bit of the scenery, identical to before. The aliens don't seem to be ever dying. You see the score there in the top right. It's a bit ambitious. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits there to fill up. There's no way I'm going to play that. I'm only going this long because we've got infinite lives on. Games probably would have lasted only a few minutes each time. I don't think the waves get any more technical than this. If you know, does it get more technical later on? If it does, let me know, but I don't think it's going to. So just 3 waves of aliens, 3 different types. A magenta helicopter goes up and down. A very slow moving terrain at the bottom in green. And that's about it. No stars going past, nothing like that. Or special bosses. Yeah. I think you're going to get bored of this one quite quickly. Helicopter F. Helicopter G. What next? It's going to be Helicopter I, is it? I suppose sooner or later. Right. Keep going. Keep going. Or not keep going. Maybe land the helicopter. I mean, the helicopter hasn't got any fuel. That would have been a nice touch. You had to occasionally go down and collect more fuel. But that would have added an extra dimension to the thing. So an extremely basic game. Not one you try and show off the ZX Spectrum. Got a big feel like a typing game, but it was an official release. You might have typed in games that may be a little bit technical to this. The sound is a little bit annoying, but not as annoying as the sounds from those Sir Clive C5 games, which we reviewed 3 of them. If you haven't seen them already, have a look. Those C5 games are more advanced than this. And more fun as well, one has to say. No variety going on here. So you could say this game, being kind to it, is an early example of Spectrum gaming. It's not a brilliant game. It's quite basic, and the playability is pretty boring. But you know, 1983, as I keep saying, you can't knock it a great deal, because the gaming industry was just starting to be explored and developed. Really, I'm going to turn this poke off soon. I mean, we've been going for quite some time. The terrain isn't going to change. I'd like to see it go from different colours, green to yellow, maybe to red to blue. But quite obviously, that isn't going to happen. If you have been playing it for 5 hours and it suddenly should change colour, then let me know about that as well, because it's certainly something I'm not going to discover in this game. The whole idea of this channel is, if you've got an emulator or you're the real machinery and you're in the market for buying games, how much should you pay for the game? Should you actually track it down? I think watching this video is probably sufficient. There's no real reason to buy this game. If you've got emulation, might be worth a download for a brief amount of time, but it's been going to be taking up valuable space on your hard drive, probably 1K, and you might as well put something else there. Believe me, anything would be better. Right, kaboom, kaboom, kasplatters, these peg things go on forever, and death is probably imminent. We can but hope, as this helicopter with infinite fuel zips around. You see the end of the helicopter's flashing, well, that's propeller movement, so points for that. And it does look like the propeller at the top of the helicopter is moving, so extra points for that as well. So the thing you're actually controlling is fine, but the movement is pretty jerky. Right, are we going to get there now? I think you've pretty much seen everything this game has to offer, so we will leave it there. Hope you liked having a look at that one, at least for nostalgia purposes. That was Chopper X-1, published by R&R Software in 1983. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.